Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Not Everybody Needs a Podcast with your host, Mackenzie Rencher. I had a 2 p.m. cold brew, so I feel like I'm like already jittery and talking fast, and honestly, my stomach hurts. I had a poke bowl for lunch. I feel very discombobulated because I normally do my grocery haul on like Sundays or Mondays, and now it's Tuesday. We usually film on Tuesdays, and I haven't ordered my groceries. Darian's reminded me like 6 times. We have no food to eat here, so I had to eat out today. It was just, I'm all over the place. Speaking of Darian.
Hello. Yeah, I'm starving. I'm
starving.
Starving.
Welcome.
Malnourished.
You're fine. He ordered Chick-fil-A. How are you? It's been a minute.
I'm well.
You haven't been on here in like a month and a half.
It doesn't feel that long. I don't know. I guess it kind of does.
You haven't been on here since like before the draft.
Yeah, it's like, no, it's longer than that.
Longer than that.
Yeah. The draft was like in April.
Okay, well, whatever. Do I look different?
I see you every day.
No, No, I meant like, does it look like I did something different today?
To yourself?
Yeah.
Why are you trying to get me in trouble on camera?
I'm not trying to get you in trouble. It's okay if you don't notice.
You said you went and got Botox.
Okay, yes, I did get Botox this morning. Ugh, that's not the point. It doesn't make you look different.
What about you looks different?
My whole makeup routine is different.
How is that supposed to know?
Yeah. Lock in. Lock in.
I'm like, what?
You should be able to notice things like that.
Your makeup?
You don't see the glow coming from within.
I know when you have makeup on, makeup off. I don't know the intricacies of makeup.
Okay, well, I did a new makeup routine before this because I saw this girl and she looked insane. And you're telling me I don't look insane, so.
It's a nice beat, but I don't really know what's like. I feel like that's what you look like.
I used a lot more like pinky blush.
I see pinky.
You see pinky, you see the glow? I put a lot of highlighter on. Do you see my lips? My lips look a lot different.
I thought you look how you like. I thought you look good. Like I don't know, like nice beat.
Oh, so you hate me?
No.
I'm just kidding. What did you think about last week's episode? Did it make you kind of nervous having your mom on?
No, my mom's well spoken. My mom's she's PR trained.
What? That's a crazy thing to say.
She's been on the block a couple times. No, but she does good on stuff like this. I think even whenever like I had to do stuff in college when I was playing, they would like, interview my mom. She would always do really good on camera.
But why? Like she's never had any reason to like be good at that. But she is. You're right.
she in her job, she does a lot of like not like major public speaking, but she speaks to people all the time.
Right.
As like a nurse manager. She got
That's more so like a people person though. There's plenty of people.
But like on camera? I mean, I think that she also watches content. I feel like everybody now is PR trained. Like you watch content, you know what kind of what to say and what not to say. Maybe, hopefully. But I don't know. She's always been very calm and collected with the camera on.
Do you want to give everyone a mold update?
I don't.
You can't because you don't know it because I had an hour-long meeting with a guy this morning and I didn't tell you.
And what was it?
I forgot. So
it's not severe. We're not moving out of our house. Mackenzie wanted to up and leave.
Yeah, I did. I actually still do. Not necessarily actually, but somebody did comment or tag me at a TikTok this morning, and this girl has a whole closet of hosting stuff. Like she has like all these tablecloths and these things. Tell me I couldn't use that.
Wait, what?
So don't you think I should move and get a hosting closet?
Wait, what? I thought you were talking about the mold. I'm confused. I thought you were about to say her whole closet was infested with mold.
No, she just has a hosting closet, and I was just saying like maybe I could use that.
Like an extra pantry?
Yeah. But it's like a huge long pantry, and she uses it for a hosting closet. Like she has all these like cute mugs.
Yeah, maybe one day, but you got to be content.
You're so right. And that just convicted me. I do want to be content, but also like I'm just stressed at this point in time. You guys know I have to give you a mold update every week because it changes every week. But I had a hour-long conversation with the guy, and he basically just said that we have a few different options that we can do as far as getting the VOCs down in our house, and that he isn't sure if we have mold, but that in our upstairs bathroom, our levels, guys, I don't know all the words, but basically our levels are like a lot higher in that bathroom. So we're going to do additional testing. We're going to drill through the wall and see if there's mold.
Really?
Yeah.
Which bathroom?
Jack and Jill. The kids' bathroom.
Sure.
Well, yeah, we don't have an option.
I just don't feel like we're gonna get the answers we're looking for. I think it's just gonna be like something else we gotta pay for.
No, there is another thing that we're doing. We're gonna go through our HVAC and turn on the side that's turned off that brings in the outside air, because we turned it off because it was making our house too humid and we thought we were going to get mold from that. Hello, last July. Do you remember that? When our house was super humid. Right. So then the HVAC people came and turned it off, but I guess we need fresh air to funnel out like VOCs in our house. So we have to get fresh air, but we also have to install a dehumidifier in our HVAC. Sounds expensive, huh?
Yeah, it does, but
because it probably is going to be.
It's whatever.
I'm sick.
It is what it is.
It is what it is, I guess. But I'm like, bro, anything else? Anything else?
I feel like we've been searching for this stuff. It's not like you know what I'm saying? It just happened. I feel like these are problems we search for. So, I mean.
I know, but we needed answers. Hello, we were getting sick and stuff.
Well, everybody's good now.
I know. We kind of are doing better, huh?
I know. Everybody's doing so much better than
we are doing a lot better. I still have a good bit of brain fog, and you do complain about headaches. Yeah. You haven't had one in a minute, huh?
Maybe because I'm dehydrated half the time.
That is not. Okay, don't gaslight me.
Because I don't know if it's really coming from the mold or what.
Don't gaslight yourself, really.
I don't know.
We have high VOCs. That's a fact. VOCs are just like a chemical that's released naturally in like paint and your floors and just stuff that you use to make a house. But we just have a higher level of them, which isn't great to like breathe in. We basically need fresh air in our house. And I think that if you think about it.
What?
If you think about it. This all happened once we turned the HVAC system off. Because I thought it was all happening because it got humid in here, and then I thought mold happened. But in reality, what if all this happened just because we turned off that part of the HVAC and we weren't getting fresh air in our house anymore?
I mean, yeah. So we're just trapped in a poison chamber.
Basically, like, what is going on? I can't handle it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I do when I go out and run errands? Like, what was I doing today?
You said you went to go get Botox, and then you said you went to Hobby Lobby.
Do you know why I went to Hobby Lobby?
You said you had to do a brand deal.
No, I said it's for a video.
Oh. Why would you go to Hobby Lobby? You were looking at artwork.
No, that's not why. You don't get artwork at Hobby Lobby. I just happened to go and see a piece of... Darren and I want to get a bunch more art in our house. Because our house is like kind of plain right now. Not plain. We have like good stuff.
Yeah.
But
no, I mean, I think it just can...
We could add a little color.
We just got a new mirror that I think is a vibe. I think it just could... You can never have enough art. I feel like
that mirror makes me look chubby. Does it make you look chubby?
No.
Oh, bad news for me. Well, anyway, that's not why I was there. I was there because I'm hosting a movie night this Saturday. Woo!
Kizzy, what?
Invite all your friends.
What? No.
Yes,
no.
We are doing it. Darren, you actually love when I host. Admit it.
But not a movie night. I feel like a movie night, that's literally no interaction with people. Like, why do I want to?
You think that I'm not going to still kiki with my friends just because?
I'm saying, why do I want to sit and watch a movie with people like?
And you genuinely were not invited, so it doesn't matter.
What the thing is, to get so
why don't you have
so many people? It's different to say we're going to do like we're going to watch a movie together. Like we went and watched Sinners with our friends. Ironically, we went with Brady McKenzie. But that's like different experience. Like we're all going to watch the new. Like everybody's quiet watching a movie.
It's not really going to be something new. It'll kind of be like maybe something that we've already seen that we.
But
can
then why do I want to see that? With
because
my free
it's
time?
it's about the snacks. I got a shaved ice machine with different flavors. He does this, and then he's gonna be the first one to be grabbing my Reese's Pieces and my Trolleys.
I don't like Reese's Pieces. So.
Oh my god, you're so right. You're so right. You're gonna be the first one to grab my cookie dough bites and my Trolleys.
I just don't. I mean, the thing is, what movie? Like to get people to agree upon a movie, like multiple people. Even we don't agree upon movies. Okay. I watched a movie the other night. I was like, you definitely don't want to watch this, but I'm watching it. So, what movie? Unless we're gonna watch something everybody's seen 100 million times, we're gonna watch like you probably want to watch
Princess Diaries.
Yeah, like why do I want to watch that?
Okay, well, you don't have to because you were not invited. But I do think that it'd be good.
I want to watch Remember the Titans.
I'm gonna tell Mackenzie that Braden can come, and then you get Remember the Titans.
Yeah, can we watch that?
Sure.
What about Gridiron Gang?
You're talking too much now.
What about Coach Carter?
I don't know what any of that means, but I'm really just using Braden as an example because that's the only person that's coming that also has a husband that's your friend.
I want to watch Titanic.
That I could be down for.
No, I don't want to. I've seen it a million times. I don't want to watch it.
You've only seen Titanic once.
What?
Oh no, you've only seen The Notebook once. My favorite movie.
That's like the Titanic. I've watched Titanic so many times growing up.
whatever. You're kind of like ruining my personal vibe, so we have to move on from this because
But the thing is, you got what movie are you?
Why can't Brayden come over and y'all play video games?
We can on what TV?
Upstairs in our room.
No, what I'm saying is, what movie are you telling your friends that this is the movie we're watching, or have you given them a vote?
No, I'm gonna get them to vote.
Okay.
I'm gonna come in with a top 3, and it all be different things. I'm thinking funny.
Funny would be.
Who
fun.
doesn't want to laugh?
Yeah, I agree. I'll watch something like.
Oh, you can't though.
Can we watch Jumanji?
No, you can't. You're not inviting.
Okay.
Tell everyone what you're doing Sunday. I've been really nervous to announce this, but Darian is actually in the what's it called? What's the baseball thing called?
The Greenville Drive.
No. That when you're in the majors.
MLB.
Darian has a very, very big announcement, you guys. I've been very nervous to share this, but he's in the MLB now. Tell everybody what you're doing. Tell them.
I'm playing in a Clemson celebrity softball game.
Woo!
If you were listening, I definitely did the finger
Quotations.
Yeah, finger quotations. But it's for
calling it a Clemson celeb is so funny because like, where's the celebrity?
I mean, I wouldn't. Mackenzie don't understand. People are alumni. Like it's people who played and got
okay. They should
names.
call it Clemson alumni.
I mean, it's whatever.
Clemson well-known alumni.
Clemson is a niche thing.
Yeah.
Whatever. But it's they do a couple of different events throughout the year. This may be the first time. They did it last year, but they're doing it at the Greenville Drive, which is our like minor league team, which is it's actually a good experience. Greenville Drive's dope. We're doing it there, and I haven't played baseball in over a decade, so I'm excited to go out there. If I get struck out in softball, oh my gosh,
I have to wear a hat.
You have to wear a hat.
If you don't think I'm cosplaying an MLB wife for the night, you're so wrong. I'm gonna have a hat, very minimal makeup.
I'm not gonna have on no baseball pants though. That's the girls want, the baseball pants, right? We're just wearing what?
Who's the girls?
I'm saying that's what the girls want. MLB.
So you're not gonna wear baseball pants?
It's not that. So you just wear shorts.
Are you gonna wear those pants?
No, these are not athletic pants.
You just got those pants, but they look dirty.
That's the thing. It's grungy. It's like the Balenciaga stuff. It's like the dirty wash.
Okay. Well, you brought up Sinners, so let's talk about Sinners because
wait. Yeah. So y'all, hopefully I do well. Hopefully, if I get a home run, you're not gonna hit the end of it.
You won't.
I won't get a hope.
Sorry, that was so mean.
And softball, honestly,
could.
I don't know. I just hope I can still hit the ball.
Now, if this could really, the thing I haven't thought about is how south this could possibly go.
What?
What if you just like?
I can bunt. I can bunt.
Okay, now let's just getting. I just don't even know any of these terms.
Bunt is when you like. I know I can get the first base just from pure speed.
Right.
So I'm saying if I bunt it,
the running back in you will come out.
Yeah, like if I am in fear of striking out, I'm just gonna try to bunt and try to get the first base.
Okay.
But we'll see.
Okay, going back to Sinners. I want to know. Let's give our takes because if you guys don't know, it's a new movie. It's the one with Michael B. Jordan and
Michael B. Jordan. Haley Steinfeld.
Haley Steinfeld.
Also, there's a lot of other people that are very well known in that movie. But yeah, those two, I feel like.
Well, I was just naming the people that are going to be the most known. Michael B. Jordan. But yeah, I would love to hear your take. It was a very deep movie, but at the end of it, sometimes with those movies, I would like an explanation from the director.
He did. He literally did a whole media campaign giving his explanation. He's not gonna put that at the end of a movie. Yeah.
Why wouldn't you tell me that?
It's called a press run. Everybody does it when they.
That's not true. The other who's the other really well known producer that does the same kind of movies?
Jordan Peele.
Yeah, Jordan Peele never says.
He did it. He didn't do it as big a press run as he did, but he
leaves it. He was always like, I don't want to answer that. That's up to interpretation.
I mean, well, I don't know. Don't quote that. Jordan Peele does interviews. I'm saying
no one said he didn't do interviews.
Ryan Coogler did. He's done a whole press run, but he obviously some of it is up for interpretation as art.
Yeah, I do like these kind of movies, but there is a part of me that kind of wishes it was like a definite explanation. I guess I'll have to go listen to those. But
man, what more could you be looking for? That's what I'm.
Okay, so we can't give spoilers.
The movie's been out for over a month.
No, you can never give spoilers. That's like totally against. Our producers like absolutely do not give spoilers. You can't give spoilers ever.
We
won't give spoilers.
You can give the theme, like you can give your take on the movie. That's not
okay. My take on the movie is I really liked the whole like you have to invite them in because I feel like that is.
By what? Nobody knows what you're talking about because you're not spoiling it. What are you saying?
Whenever you have to invite the, can we even talk about this? I'm scared to talk.
No.
Okay, vampires. Okay, so letting the vampires in, it's like double entendre to like the spiritual realm, how you have to welcome things in.
Right.
They're just not allowed to just come in, but through sin, you welcome that kind of negative spiritual realm into your house and aka into your soul. And you have to be very careful of that. Like I loved that theme. But there were just certain things in the movie at the end. I was like, okay, what's the guitar meaning?
Yeah.
There was just a breakdown, which my friend Erica kind of showed me some of that. And actually, I was a little confused by the hoodoo in the film as well. I saw a lot of controversy about that, which is like, apparently it's not witchcraft.
It's not.
I think that's up for interpretation though.
It's not up for interpretation. Two different things.
It's not witchcraft.
It's voodoo and hoodoo, two different things. Not that I believe in it. Apparently, like I said,
I know it's a slavery. It's something that they use in post-slavery.
It's just an African like healing. It's more so for healing protection. It's like an African ritual, but it's not voodoo. That's a big distinction. Even like the people in the interviews they've done, they've like made a big distinction. And the girl who played that character, she did an interview about it, and she was just saying like it's like a different distinction. Like hoodoo and voodoo are not the same.
Which I do like when things like that in movies, once you start doing research, you're like, oh, that makes sense. Why and not that it seemed random, like it did make sense in the movie, but then once you look it up, it makes a lot more sense.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, well, that's why they use that. So, okay, the hoodoo I looked it up, is a traditional African-American spiritual practice that blends African, indigenous, and European beliefs. It originated among enslaved Africans in the southern United States and evolved as a form of resistance, protection, and healing in the face of oppression. Which, when you look, I mean, clearly in the movie, you're not like focused on that if you don't know what that is, but then it has so much more meaning of why they specifically decided to use that. So I like stuff like that in movies. I think everyone should go see it for sure, but I think there is a little bit of controversy on if Christians should go see it.
Yeah, I think all the stuff I've seen has been contrary. I think ultimately, if you're mature in your belief system, you should be able to go see it. I think to me, my personal take is like people that are super religious, they can't for a second
have a cuss word or like
not even a cuss word. I think just have like a contradicting thought or belief put out there. I think sometimes when you see stuff,
I think
it should more so like what's the word I'm saying? Like deepen your own belief in your own like theology of what you like actually stand for. For me, like somebody who's mature can see that and see it for what it's worth, but at the same time be steadfast in the fact that this is what I believe. And I'm okay to have an open mind. That's more so what I'm saying. Have an open mind to these are other people's experiences, other people's traditions. Like this is a part of the movie. But I thought they did a good job. That's what I think the author, the producer, director did a really good job of depicting ultimately like a mix of people's experiences spiritually. Like some people are non-spiritual, some people have like a Christian background, some people have like depend on the hoodoo religion or hoodoo practice. And I think that's just the reality.
Hoodoo religion.
I said practice. I changed it.
Oh.
I mean that's just the reality of like life, that people are in different stages or different realms of their spirituality. But in it all, I think he did a good job too of like being true to each belief system. I thought it was really good. I think to me, I think it's way more layered with like Christian principles than anything. But at the same time, like I think he was very true to the history of the people depicted in the movie. Like from like a location standpoint, Mississippi, but the slavery traditions, even the playing off like the enemy or like the vampire, the devil, knowing scripture and how scripture was used to oppress people during slavery. I thought it was a brilliant movie. Like to me, I'm such a thinker. I thought it left me even want to search for more like context on what I watched. Cause like then going back and watching some of these commentaries and breakdowns, I was just really blown away that he was able to depict that and also make it entertaining. Cause it's one thing, I feel like it can go either way. It's like one thing to make a really entertaining movie with no purpose behind it, or to make a really purposeful movie that's not entertaining. I thought he did a really good job of making a movie that actually moves you, but also gets you excited. Because throughout the movie, you're
locked in on what's
I was so
next.
captivated every moment. Like, especially, but even before it became a vampire movie, I was still like, I love the plot. Like I was like, this is like, I feel like I'm getting entangled in what's going on. And then once it took that turn, I was like, man, this is good. Overall thoughts, I thought it was brilliant. I think it's been cool. I think people really should like go listen to some of his interviews. His interviews are dope. He has a very like LA accent, like real deal. Like he don't code switch, but he is very professional, which is dope. And he was a former football player, which is always inspiring. The fact that he played football and that's who he became post ball, I think that's admirable. Like the fact that he kind of took this turn, and then the fact that him and Michael B. Jordan have been friends for the last 10 years, which is dope.
Oh wow.
He was a Michael B. Jordan's like first big break. Fruitvale. It was his first break as a producer.
Okay, fine. I'll go watch the interview.
And then he did the last two Creeds, and he's the one that did Black Panther.
Oh my gosh. So he's tied in everything.
Yeah, so
he's a genius.
No, basically. He really is. Like in like all the movies, you start to see kind of common themes of. He does a really good job of just reeling you in, like you know, like
definitely,
you just feel so attached to the characters.
And I love a movie that like on the way home you can chat about and like give your different takes. Like I love stuff like that.
Definitely one of the best movies I've seen, like for sure. I'm going.
What's your favorite movie of all time? Mine's The Notebook because I love to sob.
I haven't watched this forever, but I remember watching it when I tore my ACL the second time. I used to love Django. I thought Django was hilarious.
Okay, I've never seen it.
Really?
No.
Django Unchained with Jamie Foxx?
No.
Oh my gosh.
I thought it was a serious movie.
It's about slavery. It's not serious. It's kind of
What's funny?
It's honestly kind of similar, not as deep in context as like Sinners, but it got like it's kind of a parody off of slavery. It's like the whole movie is like very action packed, but like kind of funny action. But it's like when you shoot somebody, it's like very graphic, but in like a funny way.
Okay.
Great.
Well, I'll have to take a look.
I mean, if anybody who's seen Django, you understand what I'm saying. It's like it's an action packed shoot 'em up movie, but it's like funny.
Okay.
Yeah. It's kind of got like a office.
I'll make sure to. Maybe we should make that the movie night movie.
I don't know if that's gonna be the perfect demographic.
Not the move.
No, it could be, but I don't. That's everybody's vibe. I think Django's funny though, hilarious.
Okay, moving on. Do you know who Kylie Perkins is? Have you heard of her? Mm-hmm. She's a content creator. She does like cleaning videos. She's very like no BS type beat. Very like she'll just look at you and just be like, stop making excuses. There's no reason why your living room needs to have toys all over the place just because you have kids. Like blah blah blah. Like she's very forward. And that's never really been my vibe. Yeah. Like I'm kind of turned off from that content. Not in a bad way. Like I understand why so many people like it, and I'm not hating on it whatsoever. Like clearly it's working. I think she got like 1 million followers in 2 months or something, like something crazy. And so clearly it's working. Happy for her. But I've just never really, that content has just never been on my For You page, I guess. Or I've never followed people like that. But she came up on my For You page yesterday yelling at me. And I've been really motivated. Like for the last day or so, why do I have tears filling my eyes? Because it's not, I don't know. I'm not like emotional, but I don't know why I have tears entering my eyes. I think it's because I'm laughing. But do you see this?
Not really.
Oh, it just felt like so many tears were in my eyes.
I had that happen the other day too. I was like, I'm not.
It's like I'm not crying, but why do I have tears? But she was yelling like, she started the video saying, "Shut up, just shut up," and I was like, oh my God, I'm scared. And then she goes on and on about how like we're supposed to tell our brain to shut up when it tells us like what it wants to do, and you're supposed to tell your brain what to do. Yeah. And for lack of a better word, that's what she was saying. But she was like going on, and I left so motivated. Like yesterday, I was about to go to bed, and I had told myself I was going to do my laundry, and I just heard Kylie in the back of my head, "Shut up," and I was like, okay, I'll do my laundry. But then you came to bed and turned the lights off, so I couldn't finish. But just know I had that in my to-do list, and I was like, you know what? No, brain, shut up. I know you're tired, but it's grind time. Do your laundry.
I listen to some Kylie.
Yeah, maybe I need to send you some videos because honestly, she really got me.
She gets it going.
Yeah, I get why people follow her because it's very it's a little scary.
Yeah.
But like sometimes you need that. You know, we're a little too
Yeah.
soft sometimes.
For sure.
Sometimes we just need somebody to be like, it doesn't matter what you want to do.
Yeah, how you feel? You need to get the work done.
Yeah, and let me tell you, she has an organized, clean house, and she's doing it.
Yeah.
She's doing it. We did have our anniversary pass recently, and I feel like ever since I made that video about our wedding, I've had so many different wedding things pop up. Can I just say, it's scaring me how expensive weddings are getting. Are you like aware of, I mean, have been? Yes. But like, bro, if we would have had our wedding today versus 3 years ago, like I don't think we could have had our wedding.
Wow, what's the difference?
It's crazy the difference that 3 years can make.
It's the tariffs.
It is the tariffs. I'm not kidding. It's seriously, I don't know what's going on, but one of my friends is planning her wedding and she brings up different prices that she's been quoted. And I can't even, like my jaw drops. And I'm like, bro, at this rate, Beckham, it's either college or having a wedding. Like, sorry, girl. Not really. But actually, it's scaring me. Like, you cannot have a lot of times, you could not have the kind of wedding you want unless you're going to have a $100,000 wedding at the minimum.
Right.
I'm not kidding. Like, it's crazy how much these people are spending. And the things that are not included, like it's venue alone, 10 grand. Doesn't include your tables, your chairs, any food, any silverware, any straws. Like it is crazy. And the way that the wedding industry is set up, you like have to go through certain rental properties basically. So you're screwed unless you want to use them. Cause like, let's just say you go in and you're like, oh, I'll just Amazon my straws. Or like I'll Amazon my whatever. They're like, oh no, you have to use our company. You can't bring outside vendors in.
Yeah.
And so it's just like, it's impossible unless you want to have a backyard wedding.
Yeah. I don't really know nothing about the increase in weddings.
I mean, it's increase in general.
It's just been expensive. But yeah,
Doritos are like $7 a bag. I'm not kidding. Everything is like insanely expensive. It's been going that way, but just hearing the different prices, I'm like, bro, yes, of course people want to have a wedding, but at this point I'm like, do we just need to cut off the wedding industry and just like, I mean, it's either that or you could actually buy half of a house. I mean, spending like $120,000 on one day.
Yeah, I mean,
it's not even like, that's just to have a wedding, not like the wedding of your dreams.
I'm sure $120,000 can get you a wedding of your dreams.
Dude, I'm telling. Okay, yes, it depends on what the wedding of your dreams would be.
Yeah, I mean, I think at the end of the day, everybody got to get in where they fit in. I think you should definitely have a wedding. I feel like you should have some type of commemorating day.
I think it depends on how much you really want it.
I mean, I think I'm like kind of like I like the tradition of having like a ceremony and like a wedding.
So then you put down 50 grand for these people.
If it was my daughter, I would.
They're not your daughter.
Then I get in where you fit in. it ain't none of my business. I mean, I think
at this rate, I honestly think that people should elope and just have big parties rather than having this whole like cocktail hour and then you have a dinner and then you have a reception.
I mean, if you got it, like I said, get in where you fit in. If the things are getting too expensive, I'm not opposed to that either. I think whatever you should do. I do like doing some type of commemorative event for your wedding with all your friends and loved ones because you'll never forget that. And that's what I remember most. But I did love our wedding. I love the whole shebang: ceremony, cocktail hour, dinner, and then going to the reception. But I mean, whatever you can do, I think ultimately the bigger conversation is just people need to be okay or with like knowing their limits. I mean, like if you can't do it, then you can't do it. If times gotten crazy, then just
go put a down payment on a house rather than having one day.
Yeah, I mean, just make sure you good, like not just for how they say, just for the like jumping the broom, but for the journey of actually being married. Like make sure you can make sure you're good beyond just the wedding day. Cause it's like, that's when your marriage actually really starts. Not, you know what I'm saying? Not just the day of saying I do.
It's just getting crazy out here. Like I'm seeing certain things and I'm like, holy cow, these people, like in order to have a wedding like this, you have to have like, this is probably a $500,000 wedding.
I mean, you probably look at some crazy, but I think you still have a good wedding. You can figure out in a day.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I think in a day you gotta hustle and figure out how to get exactly what you want. And but I feel like there's always a way.
Should we tell people what we've been doing in our marriage to make it better?
Which part?
The calendar.
That's not something we've been doing. That's something that literally was advised to us yesterday.
Okay, well tell us.
Well, that's not something I've been doing. I think we've been in a better rhythm of date nights and family meetings.
Okay, yeah, but what we're gonna start incorporating?
I don't want to tell them that because that's like you don't tell people, you don't give people advice on what like.
Okay, well, we got some good advice yesterday about using our calendars for our, like, basically allotting time for everything. Because I feel like when you have 2 kids and you're both work from home, you just, all your time just gets jumbled up. Like, I feel like we'll be doing parenting, then we jump into work, and then if you don't actually,
And it's 5 hours.
yes,
I pass. Yeah.
yes, and you're like, what have I even done today? Because you're not allotting time for things. So we got some advice that I think would be good if you are in this situation, or maybe in the future when you get married, whatever, where you sit and you actually schedule out your work hours, your parenting hours, and it makes it sound like cookie cutter, but I really think that is going to benefit us once we actually start like implementing this, because also we need to join our Google Calendar, which we've been saying that we want to do for forever, so that I can know like, okay, these are Darian's working hours, this is my parenting hour, like whatever, which we have a good communication. Like we already know, because like you have the kids in the morning, I have them in the afternoon, whatever, that, or like this is when we have help and this is when we don't have help, whatever, this is when you're out of town. But like once those really join, I feel like we may conquer the earth. Do you?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's just more so like time is just very fleeting. Like the thing that I like the person said was just make sure you're how she said, make sure
you're conquering your time's not conquering you.
Yeah, I like when people say day. Make sure you're this is a different word. It's like conquer. What makes
what is that word?
Make sure you are making the day.
Make sure that you're having the day ain't having you. Something like that.
Yeah, so it is something like that. Make sure, make sure you're happening to a day. Make sure that the day's not happening to you.
Why would I be happening to a day? I don't like that.
That's what it says.
Okay.
Make sure you're happening to that. Make sure the day ain't happening to you. Something like that.
Make sure you pouncing on a day that ain't pouncing on you.
Sure.
Pounce on it.
Sure.
Go ahead.
I don't know what I was saying, but I think time can be very fleeting. I think that honestly, the more disciplined you are, the more freedom you actually have. So I think that's like something that I think I remember to put it right here.
Darian loves to slap his hand on the couch when he's talking. He's like, like, okay.
It is kind of a bad habit. I'm just gonna put the mic in his hand.
Okay.
But yeah, I think it's like little things. I think that you gotta just be very intentional when you get married to not drift. I think like you need kind of structure to not drift apart. So
love it.
Yeah.
We'll let y'all know how that goes. I had a McKinsey's mindset, but the person asked if we could wait to do it until you're on.
Okay.
So I'm honoring her wishes.
Yeah.
But first, I have my own McKinsey's mindset, but I need a Darian's mindset because I want to know your mindset on kissing on the first date, because we talked about this a few weeks ago. And I was like, I really want to know Darian's.
On the first date?
I want to know Darian's. Because I told them our first kiss story, blah, blah, blah. But like, if one of your friends was like, yeah, bro, and then I just kissed her and it was the first date, what would your thoughts
I had
be?
friends say other things than just that. So I mean, but I'm like, I'm just saying, I think one, like, what is your...
Darian, this is a PG podcast.
I think that ultimately, I feel like context, also I feel like how old people are. I mean, I think I would advise not like being too physical or intimate on the first day. I feel like that's just kind of like just doing
not wise.
Just doing too much. It's kind of fast. You know what I'm saying? Like
right.
But I think if people have been like friends for a long time and like you finally pull the trigger, and you know what I'm saying? Like maybe y'all been like really good friends, and y'all have a huge history, and then y'all maybe go on one date and you like kiss her on the cheek or something, or like, you know what? Actually, it's still too much. I feel like the first date's kind of crazy.
Like you're like, just get to know this person, and if y'all are gonna be together, then like what's the rush?
I think the only scenario I think it is okay is if
you were friends before.
Y'all have had like a nice history of being friends. So it's not your first interaction. But if it's like y'all fresh off the bat, like he gets your number, y'all going on a date, or y'all get it set up and y'all kiss on the first date, I feel like that is kind of crazy.
Really?
For sure.
Some people would be like, he didn't kiss me.
On the first date?
Who knows?
Nah, first date's crazy.
I think it's up to...
After that though, I think it's up. But I think
second date, you're fine. First date's crazy, second date?
Second date is a maybe.
Okay.
Like I said, because the second date really could be like the fifth hangout. You know what I'm saying? Because not every hangout's a date.
Yeah. You're right.
But the first date is crazy work.
Like the first time meeting each other?
Not for just first time going on a date.
Yeah. Okay. I think I agree. I think that was my take, kind of. All right. So this person wanted me to do a Mackenzie's Mindset with you. If you guys don't know, Mackenzie's Mindset is a segment that I do at the end of all my episodes where you guys give your scenarios and I give my takes and my mindset on them. It's really scenarios. It's really just any kind of questions. Just DM me all your tea and I'm here for you. Okay. This says maybe a Darian's mindset too, if you want to hold off on doing this one when he's on the pod. If not, totally okay. You touched a little bit about your anxiety, OCD in your last episode, and it's refreshing to hear what I'm going through. Other people's have experienced too, and that I'm not crazy. Basically, my boyfriend and I have been together for 8 years, high school sweethearts and all, and I plan to get married and have children soon, but I'm terrified that I'm going to project my struggles onto my partner and struggle with parenting because of my OCD and anxiety. When you touched on your OCD struggles and how it sometimes plays a role in your relationships, I just kind of want to know if it plays a role when parenting because I'm truly terrified of that happening to me. I think she kind of was asking like how you maybe got through, I guess now I'm making this up because she didn't really ask this, but I think what she was alluding to that she didn't really get to was that affecting our relationship, like right before we got engaged and kind of like how you handled that.
Like OCD?
Yeah, just like my like OCD playing into our relationship. Just kind of when I was like projecting
you
a lot.
think trust issues is OCD?
No, it wasn't trust issues. I literally was a 6 months of counseling for this.
No, I know, but I'm saying like having anxiety about us, like, is that considered?
Yes, but it's like the obsession over like, oh my gosh, is this gonna happen? Why this this is a sign? Like, remember I was going like,
great.
I'd be crazy about like,
and she's obviously saying more so towards parenting, not marriage, right?
Yeah, but I just
all encompassing.
Yeah,
I think that. I mean, I think ultimately it just comes down to either you're going. Obviously, if you've been given evidence of something, it is kind of hard to not think things gonna be a certain way. But I think also you just gotta choose if you're gonna live in fear or faith. You know, that's got to be the lens.
Yeah, but
no.
How did you? No. Yeah, I agree.
I was like, wait, said that again.
No, that's good. I was just saying.
How did I get through it?
Yeah, because you were very patient through that season, and you'd be like, "That's not how God works. Like God's not trying to give you all these signs and confuse you."
Right.
Because I was so confused always, and I was like, I really feel like God's telling me that you're my husband. Clearly, I have a ring on my finger and whatever. Mm-hmm. Speaking of, I cleaned my ring last night.
It's blinging.
She's shiny. And I can't stop looking at her today. But
yeah,
this is your reminder to clean your rings. But
I get where you're going.
Yeah.
I would say then, okay, that's a different lens. And that makes more sense what you're trying to ask. I would say my answer would be to not try to fix your partner and then ultimately be patient, which is actually more loving than trying to just like fix them. Because it seems like very simple what the solution is on the other side when somebody's kind of going through like, not an episode, but like a situation where like they're just kind of mentally like questioning everything or not very unsure of like what the future looks like or what things should be. So I think like practicing patience for sure. And then like I said, not trying to fix them and ultimately helping them, but you can still help guide them to like a better way of like thinking.
Yeah.
You know,
I remember you telling me that.
Lovingly guide them. That's probably how I would describe it the best way. Like lovingly guide your partner or somebody you care about. One
of the things I would obsess over is like, what if there's someone better for you? What if there's someone better for me? And it's like, you just look at me sometimes and be like, are we supposed to like go try every other person on the earth and then see if that's a better match? Like clearly God has given us to each other.
Yeah, like a conviction.
Yeah. And you just have to trust that and like stop looking for all these signs because like that's not how God isn't out here trying to confuse you. And like he sent a blue bird and then you looked up what a blue bird was and it was like fate. And then you're like, oh my God, it's fate that Darren and I break up. Like, girl, you're psycho. You're being psycho.
Yeah.
But yeah, you always help me with that. And you were just always you just helped me have such a sound mind. And now that I'm looking back, I'm like, honey, that was a sign that y'all needed to stay together. So he just gave you so much peace. And like, he didn't let all your emotions make him emotional. Like you were just like very steady. Ugh. Smoochy. All right. Well, to answer your childhood or your children's situation, my OCD has not really affected my kids a ton. So I can't speak to that. I don't really know. And I also don't really know anyone personally other than one other person that struggles with OCD and she doesn't have kids. So I honestly cannot give advice on that because I don't struggle in that area. I know sometimes that is a struggle for people, and in general, I feel like you just have to jump that loop when it gets here and not have this expectation that like it's gonna be a certain way, or like already tell yourself like, oh well, I don't want to have kids because I fear this, I fear that. God has not given you a spirit of fear, and you can be free and knowing that you cannot plan for everything, and not having children is not going to heal you from any OCD things. Like, just have kids, trust God. Don't have kids, trust God. It all goes back to trusting God and not living in fear. All right, guys, unfortunately, we got to go. We don't have time for another Mackenzie's Mindset. Darian has a meeting. I'm supposed to be at the gym 1 minute ago. And yeah, I love you guys so much. We are so close to 40,000 on YouTube. Subscribe. What should we give away? Should we give away an iPad or something?
Give away a wedding.
We're gonna give you guys a wedding if you. I'm just kidding.
Elopement.
Yeah, elopement for a $50 elopement. I'm just kidding, but yeah, we are gonna do a big giveaway whenever we hit 40K on YouTube. So go subscribe if you have not, and then go listen on Apple you can follow along on Apple and Spotify as well. Hit that follow button there. And yeah, thank you guys for listening every week. I'll see you guys next Monday with a new episode of Not Everybody Needs a Podcast. Bye. Love ya. Love ya.